Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend, where we are trapped apparently in an endless winter. It feels like it's been winter for an actual real-life week, but at some point this has to come to an end, right? So I believe it is the case that we don't really have anything left to do this turn. Yeah, we're just pressing forward. So we gotta take Glenda at the beginning of next turn. We have to, once Glenda is our land, we gotta equip the Eye of the Hernas on this hero, and then interact with that village so as to get the tech. What am I clicking this button for? This isn't the button. This is the button. Yeah, we gotta interact with these guys, get the exotic armor tech, which will give us the tier 3 version of the Dust per Citizen trinket, and then we'll equip that on everybody. I didn't bother to equip the tier 2 version of it, not because it was wrong to, but because I'm spacey. There's a lot of things going on here. Suboptimal play. I am definitely playing suboptimally in a number of ways, and it'll be interesting to see if I am able to win this game despite all that. We have to pop all of the units that we purchased out of Horlocken and run them into this army and run up here and chase these guys around. That'll be fun. And we need to, in terms of infrastructure development, we are going to enter Era 5 next turn. We're going to want to research this right away and get this up everywhere quickly. So, in terms of Mithrite, we're like 5.5 Mithrite per turn, right? Or 4.5? This says 2. Well, that's not correct, right? Because we're, yeah, plus 0.5, 3 Silix per, okay. So, okay, well, I'm going to assume that we're having a rounding issue. No, actually, no, 2.5 is right. So yeah, it's just rounding. It's truncating the decimal is what's happening there. So we're on, what, 5 Hyperium? Well, 4.5 Hyperium. No, wait, it should be 2.5 from each extractor, right? So that should actually be 5. I'm going to assume there's some kind of weird decimal rounding problem here, and that we're actually getting roughly 5. But that does mean that we are currently on like 4 turns of Mithrite per... what are these called? Per town crier. So we definitely need to stop spending Mithrite on troops. We could just buy some, probably. Oh yeah, they're being sold to the marketplace. Yeah, we're fine. We're cool. Everything's okay. We'll just deplete the world's supply of it, the way we always do with the strategics. And somebody has... Oh yeah, this guy has moved left, of course. Well, we certainly don't want him going anywhere. So, you are the settler army. You are a different army that I am not afraid of. Yeah, okay. I think we're ready to hit the button here. And Emaroya is close to producing a troop. Guiron is not really that close. We're getting a lot of important buildings done. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's go. Then we gotta take a moment and re-optimize some things once we get our attacks finished for the turn. So I'm gonna prioritize... Oh, hey, winter ended. That's awesome. I'm gonna prioritize this, because I don't want these armies getting away and attacking a city in a way that would be inconvenient to us. As soon as this button becomes available, we are going. Merge up. And then go get him. That's launching. Over here, we're gonna launch this attack before too many things can move into reinforcement range. We let a little bit of stuff into reinforcement range. That's not a big deal. We certainly don't need to include these armies as reinforcements. Like, we extremely have this under control. Let's manual it just to make sure nothing crazy happens, but this army should definitely be able to handle this, and then we can do the other thing. What do you call it? We can use our other armies that we didn't bring in as reinforcements to threaten their other cities and stuff. So, I see no reason not to just start directly on top of them. Like, I don't think that having our guys pulled way back like this is helpful to us at all. I suppose having one guy back here so that he can, like, run around is maybe something? I don't know. I don't think it matters. You need to be here, and you need to be there, and you need to be here. Let's just get maximum healing. And my poor hero's just going to die if he does anything at all. So I'm going to have him chill right here for the first turn so that he can soak up healing from 2 bishops, and then we'll see how I feel about stuff next turn. My suspicion is there's not going to be any way for him to get involved in combat because of all the dudes here, the bottleneck. I think the bottleneck is beneficial to me. I'm pretty sure. Also, winter has ended, which means... Oh, it's not visible here, but which means the minus 30% attack on infantry units plus 30% attack on ranged units effect is over. And we can now have, like, good stuff happen. Also, I do not like this winter effect, so we have some pearls. We may as well pray right now. I also don't like that. Plus 50% XP on heroes and army is absolutely fine. Let's throw, like, 3 prayers on that, and hopefully that'll be enough for the AI to be convinced that that is the right move. Alright, so you don't do anything this turn. You guys focus your best on that hero, because I think... Oh, never mind. Guy is totally full life. That's right, we killed this hero. They've bought him back, so he's at full health again. And you 3 are definitely all shooting at him. Alright. Oh, interesting. Didn't actually plan out what I thought the turn was going to look like. Well, the good news is, we're okay at combat again. Although this is definitely a dude just getting his butt kicked by militia, so that's bad. Okay, so my hero goes before their hero, runs forward, and gets himself murked, probably, but it's for a good cause. He will sacrifice his health nobly to save us all. And then I would love to focus on these guys if we can. You're in a pretty good spot. You should probably move, but I can't move too far. I guess just move to here. Like, this is not ideal, but we gotta start hammering on these dudes. Okay, he ran forward. I'm a little surprised by that, because I think his optimal target was definitely some bishops, right? He ran out of position to attack a unit that's less likely to die to his shenanigans. Alright. Now, keep in mind, we are still suffering pretty badly from some of these morale shenanigans. Hopefully we're going to be able to hack through that. Yeah, look at that. Stalwart's doing real amounts of damage again. Little hyper-focused on units that don't really matter. But I'm issuing terrible orders this battle. I gotta clean up my act a little bit here. Yeah, you work him. You work him. You also plan to work... Like, let's try to make sure this guy actually dies, huh? I appreciate what you guys are going for, but... Yeah, you guys kind of have to attack him, because he's the only person who's not cliffed off from you. Also, I was about to say, it kind of seems like our initiative has gone up or something, but no, it's just because we're fighting militia. And militia, to no one's surprise, naturally do not have great initiative. On account of just kind of being bad garbage units. Hey, what do you expect? They're free. You guys are like hyper-focused on that one dude. Oh, you're kidding me, he lives. That's a real shame, because we would have gotten heals on all 3 of these guys if he had not. Alright, well, let's have the Dust Bishops not finish that guy off. The plan is going to be kill this guy with ranged attacks as best we can. Because we can have a Stalwart kill him. I have to say, though, I am pleased about the fact that we are pulling additional troops out here. The fact that we got more troops than were just in that garrison, because that is going to leave him even more depleted. We really want to be fighting his forces, like, piecemeal, as much as possible, right? You guys are doing a terrible job of doing any damage at all. In this moment, I need you to, like, try harder, try more than this. I think this guy's the one I care about most. I guess they both have free counter, don't they? Yeah, but the actual units die first. Because if this guy stays alive, then that guy is going to last stand anyway, right? Alright, really appreciate you dudes not going after... Oh no! That guy was smarter. please don't all of you deal 0? Can we please, like, just a little bit of actual damage? Alright, well, I think there's at least some chance we kill this guy now. So here's a question. Do I want to attack him with this Dust Bishop? My concern here is that this guy goes first and may kill him, and if that happens, then this guy won't be able to contribute to combat this turn. So I think I am just going to focus like that. You guys all plan to attack him in case it's necessary. But I think we're going to be okay here. And we're having a hell of a time dealing any damage at all to that guy in particular. Okay. So that makes this count as though I didn't take the city, which is ridiculous. I'm going to have this army of 3 units come up and take the city. They still have their action point. And then we can have our big army still threaten people elsewhere. Or do I want them to come? I don't need them to come in as reinforcements on this. We got this. It's just the city garrison and the 1 Dekari ranger. I think we can handle it. Possibly. I think maybe we can handle it, I guess is what I should say. Do we want to start up here? I don't think so, right? This guy's got 5 speed, so I suppose he's going to move into a position where he can attack us, and from any position where he can attack us, I can attack him, right? Although that's, I mean, it's truer if we're all down here. I don't know why we need to start up top. I do hate him being in the city, I guess. I don't know that we're going to be able to do a lot about that. Oh yeah, and you should definitely all focus on the ranger if you have the opportunity to attack the ranger, because that guy's going down quickly. He's smart. He's looking at the defense numbers. Really? You couldn't figure out a way to get into that space? Alright. Well, see, this is clever, though. Now my stalwart can't attack him. Or rather, only 2 of my units can attack him, so I have to pick which ones. I think I want it to be... I suppose this rider gets more of a charge. A little bit more likely to die, but also a little bit more likely to actually do damage. And this guy gets to just back up and hide. Never mind. Apparently he's going to run around a lot. I'm getting all flustered by the enemy moving when I'm not expecting them to move, because they definitely do not now behave the way they behave in the base game. So I'm going to stop issuing very specific move orders here. Alright, good stun. That was a really, really good time for a stun. Alright, I lost a rider there basically to me moving around when I didn't need to be moving around. Good news is you guys can just merge up now. And also, now that this has happened, Empty Belly gets the Eye of the Hernas. Let's go over and have a word with this Herna village. Okay, we did it. We got that army of... sorry, not... It's not a Herna village. It's a Yota's village, right? It's an Eye of Hernas. Why would they want me... Why would Hernas want to see this? And we got our cool text, so we will fire off some of those new trinkets in a second here. Let's resolve this other thing. Oh, also, we've run out of dyes. That is unacceptable. And I'm taking cities before replenishing my boosters. That's, again, non-ideal. Okay, that is enough to run that. Let's keep that influence coming in. This is a significant amount. I assume these units are terrible and can't be really used for anything. 125 attack is not so bad. But with 53 defense and 105 life, they're just going to die instantly if we use them for anything at all. I guess what I can use them for is just throwing them in a garrison, making it look intimidating to attack. Because the AI does not know what units you have in the garrison unless they have a hero, or unless they have a spy in that city at that moment. Okay, so let's do this thing. Then we'll worry about fixing all of the gear on all of our governors and stuff. There's like a pretty good chance they just retreat here, I guess. Yeah, okay, I mean, it's 550 dust. I can't be too mad. So you still have your action point, and you are going to punish them for this act of cowardice. I'm going to let them finish moving, and then I'm going to punish them for this act of cowardice. As I've let them now move into the area of this garrison. But 4 units plus, remember, only 2 of these are actual units. I think we still probably beat them. I'm going to go for it. Oh, also, I guess Ipsawacha gets a level. He should probably finish gaining attack on our units. Although, now we're through the winter and we're talking about a limited amount of time on these morale penalties. Maybe it is correct to start heading up in the direction of damage. We're starting to see we're starting to see our attacks actually hit again. Yeah, I'm going to move through Perfectly Balanced up to Artisan's Eye. This will only affect him in his army, but we weren't taking it for that. We're taking it for what it will become. So yeah, 3 of these units are militia. Yeah, this is a fine attack. Even if they do come in through the reinforcements, I think they're very boned here. So we want to have... How do I want to do this? The Dekari Ranger is here. All the other units started down the cliff for reasons that are not super clear to me. Because there's no... Yeah, they can't even get up to us. In order to get up to us, they have to run all the way over to here through the space the Dekari Ranger's in. So I'm going to have my Dust Bishops start over here in a ball. We're definitely going to just throw attacks down the hill at that guy. And then, like, we could have some stalwarts start on this side and the rest of us start on this. Like, we just need to just bum rush the Dekari Ranger with most of our units. Yeah, you guys care about him. Everybody else... Oh, geez. Everybody else kill the Ranger. Why is nobody focusing on their vulnerable ranged unit? What are you guys thinking? I guess starting this guy way back here was not good. Whatever, it's fine. I don't think our melee are going to actually have a huge part in this battle. Like, they're going to get to fight the Dekari Ranger, but these militia are not going to get anywhere near melee range, and then our Dust Bishops are going to eat them, so... And he didn't bring in his reinforcements. He's just consigning this army to the dustbin. That's fair. I don't think that he had a chance of winning the battle with the garrison included. Really good heals. That was a very productive battle. Okay, so 552 dust again. Get a level up for Mr. Exid the Chosen. At some point here, obviously we're headed toward Rallying Call. At some point here, somebody needs to go back and earn us the Shard of Akariel, but we have to... there's no sense in doing it before we'll actually be able to equip it, right? We're just going to throw a quick siege on that. You can see our siege damage value is getting pretty good. It is related to your units. I think just their damage value with maybe a modifier for unit type. I'm actually not 100% sure how this value is calculated. Do we have the movement necessary to get these guys? I guess we do, but do I want to? We got to kill this army. I don't want this army like back here with a bunch of cities that have 0 fortification and also only 2 militia in their garrison. We could solve this problem, I guess, by just buying a couple of units. Yeah, you could get all the way over here and contribute another 67 fortification damage. Okay, we got to do that. I will find another solution for this guy. Okay, so you don't have any movement left. What else do I want to do here? How much move do you have? 1.5, 1.7. So we could move around the front side of the city. I don't know that I actually think that's valuable. No, in fact, I definitely don't think that's valuable. I think my plan here is going to be... Ipsawacha's army actually leads the attack, and we don't pull in Exid's army as reinforcements, because at this point, they're going to have 37 fortification left. That's a single hit on each of the 4 units, and we know this is only 1 real unit and 3 militia. So this army should be more than capable of handling this, and then we can have this army run up and defend against these guys as they come in. I'm noticing a lot of settlers. This is a problem that the AI has, and apparently the the community patch guys have not been able to get it completely under control, where at a certain point in the game, they just start like building settlers like crazy. It's certainly less prevalent than it used to be, but there are some older videos of me playing this game where like the AI has just been building dozens of settlers in lieu of other things. So we need to buy some more units in somewhere, probably here, and have them just pop out and challenge this army right away at the beginning of the turn. So that's something we want to spend some dust on. We can assign a research. We know for a fact we're doing Town Criers first, because Town Criers is amazing. So Mean probably is working on just units. Oh, I need to change the rider design, don't I? Because it needs to not have Mithrite in it anymore. That's the wrong button for that. Okay, here we go. Armor. Oh, I guess we need to rebuild all of our designs, because moving up into the next era has given us access to Tier 2 dust gear. So definitely replacing this with a Tier 2 dust ring. And the helmet should become what? You go to Tier 2 dust helmet, which is 33 life plus 15% defense. Versus 34 life plus 20% life. I think I'm going to just replace it with the dust helm. Because we're still trying to get Hyperium together for trinkets and stuff. Yeah, I think this is a reasonable change to the design. And then we got to go through all of our other units and re-armor them. So Tier 2 dust everything. It's not a huge difference. You can see here 18 defense, 15% health versus 12 defense, 10% health. But there's absolutely no reason not to take the upgrades, right? You should definitely have the Tier 3 improved damage trinket. And we're going to have to do a little bit of retrofitting here, obviously. The rider's updated. Stalwart's got to be updated. Now, the stalwarts are actually going to be a little strange to update. We're going to have to probably do something a little goofy here, because some of our stalwarts are split between a bunch of different weapon designs. In order to update all of them without burning a bunch of stuff unnecessarily, we're going to have to actually look at each stalwart in the army and see what their retrofit costs will be, and it's going to be kind of a pain. Also, we have to fix the basic rider design. Fortunately, the game makes this kind of thing pretty easy. Okay, and then our heroes need to be touched up. We need to look at every hero in the entire nation. So you, get rid of these. Get rid of this stuff. Nope. Nope. Keep this helmet on, you're good. But we do want to update your chest piece and your boots and your trinkets. So he has Army Damage Boost 2. We could equip him with Army Damage Boost 3, but I doubt that it's worth the trinket slot. When we could be giving him Army Health Boost 2, which is a lot of extra health, 25 plus 10%. And I think we're probably going to dump Eye of the Hernas, actually. I don't actually like it that much as a piece of gear. It was just necessary for the quest. You know, I think I may give him, though, where is Army Initiative Boost 3? It's probably pretty significant, right? 8 plus 15%. Honestly, no, it really isn't. Oh, and he needs personal health ring as well. Still, some weirdness going on with having to show obsolete for stuff. I am certain that the health boost from these two things does stack. You saw the health amount go up, and 551 is what he will show when we take him into an actual battle. So I don't know why you have to check show elite or show obsolete. I don't. This is not great. But what do we want to put in that slot instead? Maybe improved damage boost 3 would be worth it. Oh, that's eventually going to become the piercing boost slot. What's the difference between damage boost 2 and damage boost 3? 8 plus 10% versus 12 plus 15%. So it's 4 plus 5%. Whereas this is 8 attack and 6 damage. Honestly, this might be a better upgrade. Is there anything we can put on him? We can put on army resistance boost, which we don't need. Our defenses are great. We could give him personal life drain. He's level 5, so this would be 10 life drained per attack. The problem is, he's dead at the beginning of every battle, right? What does Last Resort do? It increases the amount of siege damage. If you siege a city past the point of having 0 fortification, the units in the city garrison start taking damage. It's not, I think, something that's really going to come up. High ground. I mean, we could just go for personal improved damage. Actually, that's almost certainly right. Personal improved damage is plus 30%. And then once we have enough Hyperion, we can consider going back and doing the other thing with it. So, if we do this retrofit right now, this is kind of what I was talking about. We're going to spend some Palladium that doesn't necessarily need to be spent, changing units from certain pieces of certain swords and shields to other swords and shields that are roughly equivalent. That said, I mean, it might be nice to have all of us on the same page upgrade-wise. Here, hold on. Let's do these because we know we can do these. Updating the riders is going to take them off the Mithrite helms. You know what? Let's re-equip the Mithrite helm, actually. Because I think I want to go... Yeah, I want to go Mithrite helm over this. Let's re-equip the Mithrite helm while we fix the designs of the riders who are already in the armies. Because this will not cost any Mithrite. You pay the cost difference between their current gear and the new gear. Other guys, again, I'm not updating any stalwarts in this first push. We're just getting... Oh, you guys are not in my region. Well, that's actually very fixable. No, sorry. I do need to have the whole army selected, though. Yeah, this is totally fixable. Okay, so don't update this. If I do update the stalwarts... Oh, no, okay, yeah, we can do a full update on this army. Because these stalwarts are the current design. Okay. You guys don't have enough movement to get out and back in, so we'll worry about you later. So, actually, the only stalwarts that we have to worry about updating are these ones. Let's see. Right now, we'd be spending the Palladian. We know we can update the Stalwart 8 without spending any weird resources. We can update the 5s, it looks like, as well. For just dust. It's this guy. Yeah, this guy's the problem. So, there's two ways we could do with this. We could change the design to have, what is this? This is a Palladian weapon. Right, if we were to go back to the Adamantian sword, yeah, okay. Now we can update him to the modern armor, but without switching his weapons around. And then I guess that's the only guy we have to worry about doing that to. Alright, and then... Oh, I didn't... While he was over here, I didn't update Ipsawacha's gear. Well, we'll worry about it later. Now, let's go through our governors real quick and make sure that they are equipped with the good stuff. That's right, Exid doesn't actually benefit from having the book, so I'm not going to bother. Although, hold on, there's probably other books that would be worth equipping. Or other trinkets. We have access to an awful lot of trinkets here. Shock, okay, this stuff's all combat stuff. This is the other stuff. Actually, this would be really good. Not on him, but there are people on whom this would be really useful. +2 approval per unit on the city. That's not a big deal. His city's pretty happy. Our approval levels are low because of cities that we've taken recently. So actually, it doesn't make much sense to equip him with anything, due to his the fact that his city is focused on industry. You guys, on the other hand, definitely need these brand new fancy books 4 times as effective as the old book. I have to unequip the old book for the new one to show up. Yeah, that's a big deal. And it's effectively free. We have very, very little use for our glass steel. Saluzzo, that monster, also gets the fancy legendary tome. And you know what? Actually, Exit the Chosen City produces a lot of units. Those units, one of these things gives XP to your units when they are spawned in the city. Right? Am I? Ah, here we go. I think this is how this works. You have it on the governor, and it gives the units XP when they are spawned in the city garrison. Okay, so... that said, maybe it's time to move him? Well, I don't want to move him forward just yet, because while the city is miserable, its industry output is actually pretty nerfed. Okay, and now we want to take... sorry, I know this is a lot of fiddly nonsense. Now we want to take the Mithrite Helm back off, because we don't want any new ones that we build to have the Mithrite Helms. And then we could put a rider in the queue here. Or do I want it to be a stalwart? No, I think I want it to be a rider. We've been having pretty good play from our riders here. And then from there, it's all like basic riders or... we have 2,000 dust. What am I going to do with it? We're also at like 4K output, which is spectacular. We can buy governors, now, especially now that we have access to the better class of book. A governor is way better than an empty slot, even if he's not actually a good governor. Also, dust efficiency 3 and a broken lord who can hold the circlet and everything. You are hired without question. And then, like, who else is ready to come in here and help us out? Food boost, food efficiency, influence boost 1 is not horrible. This guy just has bad capacities. You have science boost 3, which is fine. Influence boost 2. I think this one might be the way to go. You have another influence city. Yeah, that's okay. Let's also hire you. Okay. So where do these guys want to go? Well, we want Peyton Quinn to go in a city where there's a lot of dust output, like here, actually. Would be great. The population here is fantastic. And all of these people could be working on that. And let's grab Peyton Quinn. Equip him with all kinds of cool stuff. So he gets the Quivering Circlet, and the Band of Merriment, and the Great Big Dust Book, and no skill points, but actually we should probably make sure we equip him with at least reasonable dust gear as well, because his city may be involved in combat, like, soon. That is way more dust than I had. What am I thinking, man? Alright, we'll worry about all that next turn. This turn, that's what's important. And then, new guy should also go in a city that has good population. Giel is far from the front and has 10 plus 2. That'll do. Let's get you in here with the book at the very least. What would it cost to get this on him as well? Is it 55? It's 44. Okay, we can make that happen. We're 7 dust short. So let's just sell... that's like extremely the wrong button. Let's just sell a little bit of... oh, we can sell the spices, right, of course. And we gotta spend your skill points. That's not really a hard choice. Okay. So those are some cities of increased effectiveness. We are looking at 4.2k dust per turn. And also, there's some places where we gotta build some stuff. So I think we probably want to keep expanding out. Yeah, that's pretty good. We could go this way and get a little bit more dust. I'm building toward this, right? So this, I think, makes the most sense for reaching out in that direction. This city's fervent. We don't need to worry too much about leveling districts as a priority right now. Galarath over here could use, actually, an apprenticeship registry. That's pretty okay. And I guess that's it. In Kalch, we don't have the pearls necessary to get the extractor going, but we could just reach over here and grab this very good anomaly. Okay, is that everything? No, Horlocken, of course, needs orders because we bought an army there last turn, and we cannot buy an army there this turn. Let's finally go ahead and fill that spot in, I guess. City is below 100% approval, so we do have to think about it a little bit. Oh, and that has left me not purchasing a bunch of units here. We're just going to have 2 units plus Exit the Chosen, who has no gear on. What would it be to buy another basic rider? Well, I can't even put any in the queue as we stand right now. I don't have a lot of good stuff to sell. We could actually just sell these guys. I'm going to do... They're not providing any benefit. So, could we get anywhere near this? 1262. No, not really. How worried about this am I? Well, I'll be honest with you, it's not none. Right, because like if they were to attack Emaroya, we might actually temporarily lose it. That would not be great. We don't really have any spare units anywhere. I've been very focused on this push to the front. You guys, I guess, have enough movement that I could back you up to here. No, I need them to stay there because they need to be contributing that fortification damage. You guys are out of move. Yeah, this is worrying. What could I sell? We could sell off the Moonleaf. I'd rather actually buy enough Moonleaf to get a booster going. Not something I can do this turn. We could sell off... I mean, this stuff's not worth anything, and we don't have enough of it. I guess I can't really do anything about it this turn. I put myself in a position... I could have not bought a hero, and that would have made things a little bit easier, but I guess we're going to not do anything about it for the moment. We're going to see how they want to move around, and if they take a city, we will take it right back. We'll send this army back home or something, but... Yeah, I think at this point we're just going to have to move forward. Also... Oh, hey, you. Yeah, move forward to here. That seems fine. Hey, remember when I was talking about how we needed to meet Blue? It's actually, like, finally going to happen. Okay, one more final thing. Oh, hey, there's an army up there. What is that? 3 settlers and... Okay. Yep, still happening. We need to check one more thing before we go on, which is... Just let me know what's happening here. What's happening here is that these 2 numbers are getting pretty close together. Alright, I think we got him. He is on the back foot. He is reeling. So... Yeah, I think we want to lock up Jamaj right away at the beginning of the turn. Oh, I have to... I do have to start building things in these cities. For right now, I think it's just going to be start putting basic riders out, and we'll talk about Russian things when it makes sense to talk about Russian things. I really hope these guys decide that the right play is just to come forward and fight us. All this stuff is good. This is good. I do wish our research rate was a little bit higher, but what are you going to do? So I want you guys, as the weaker of the 2 armies, to initiate this battle. Oh, they did go up to 5 units in the garrison. I want to present the 15 units with the 2 heroes without intent of using them. Okay, those guys are backing up. These guys are coming forward, but they're coming forward toward... they're coming forward toward the shore. They have to, like, make landfall before they can be a threat to us. Alright, I'm going to allow these guys to lead us forward. I'm fine with that. I am being attacked somewhere else? Oh! Right. We're no longer friends. Forgot about that. Oh no, our mission is in jeopardy. Must meet Blue. I mean, maybe we could get Pink to come to their senses. Oh, this is wonderful. Alright, plus reinforcement positions, that's a big deal. The Titan bones have run out. Are they replaceable? Okay, they are. They are. Alright, we'll worry about that later. Take me to this battle. Let's figure this out. So I think we don't include you. So we're going against two of these big demons. Actually, they're much less impressive than they used to be. These are Demon 3s, not Demon 2s. So he must also be struggling with strategics. I think that's what we're seeing here. He's producing worse units because he's, the same way we are with the basic riders. And Jocelyn Murdap himself, honestly, not really outfitted for combat, which is weird considering how many times he's been involved in combat already this video. You'd think he would he'd put things together. Alright, let's have Adam. This is a lot of cowardice, you guys. It's very embarrassing. Like, I get what you're saying. The enemy is large and terrifying. You're not wrong. But come on, get over here and be ready to fight. I will say that by doing this, I am putting the enemy in a great position to just chain lightning the hell out of me. But 99 attack into our 100 plus defense with only 88 damage, it's not going to be that bad, the chain lightning. We shall endure. Yeah. And maybe we'll get lucky and they'll both decide that this guy is the greater threat. We have the militia coming in as reinforcements. Who do we want to focus on with the riders? Yeah, I actually really like the riders kind of generally heading in this direction. These guys are going to have moved by the time we can really make calls on them. So I suspect they will move toward my my clump of units here. Although, honestly, I might be wrong about that because they may decide, like, these guys have a huge amount of defense and that dude doesn't. They may decide that they can get through 57. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I'm going to have the Dust Bishop. Maybe the Dust Bishop should prioritize attacking the militia this battle. It's not usually the way I want to get down, but I am concerned that if I don't do it this way, we may find that the militia do a lot of damage to our riders, what with their cavalry slayer. Okay, this guy's gonna make it real awkward for that to even occur. Also, you guys are cowards. Yep, that's what I was worried about. Also, 0 damage, huh? Pretty bad start. A lot of my units are just in open retreats. Every one of you is going to be executed for treason. Every single one of you. Forever. Okay, well, that sucked. I'm not too worried about him moving on this one because even if he does move, the Dust Bishop moves here and then we still has range to shoot at some things. Yep, and the cowardice is infinite, but hey, you guys are gonna get kind of somewhat close to him this turn at least. Yeah, I guess you guys can keep running this way. There's no point in stopping him now. Okay, a supremely annoying thing to have done. Not even right, I think, just annoying. Well, at least we're getting some good stuns off. Okay, now that's a very helpful thing to have done. The zeros could stop, though. That would be alright. Okay, there's that stun we needed. Okay, I really need everybody to focus kind of forward. I guess... No, we gotta get on the militia a little bit here. My riders are gonna tear themselves up fighting these militia. Not that I have the option of not fighting the militia. We just have to kill them quickly. Okay, heroes down. Some of these militia are stunned and can't fight back. There we go. Actual damage values. Look at that. We're getting there. We're still way below them on morale, right? Because we're still suffering from the effects of, I think, all 3 of the decreased morale actions that they performed, and they're in their city and grouped up. So it's tough. This is a tough one. This guy has to move forward because this position he's in is the position that I need to be able to run my Dust Bishop through these spaces. You guys can't... Man. I will say that they have done a great job with the demons. Demons are really, really good here because the terrain is terrible. And it's not even that demons specifically are good, just flying units are super relevant in this part of the world. Okay, I like this. I like this thing that's happening. Granted, that spot I wanted to move my Dust Bishop through is now full of units again, so that's not ideal. I need to move to here to get on that forest space, and unfortunately, the Dust Bishop. I guess we can move to here, not heal this guy. He has identified the weak spot in my army here. The flying around is tough. It's like this guy's in a spot where there are only 2 spaces from which he can be melee attacked, and they are full. They are full of units. So you need to just like back up, and you need to also just like back up. I don't know, we might kill this one, we won't kill that one. So we're not going to take the city on this, I don't think. But we also don't have the option of... or we do have the option of attacking the city again because we didn't include that second army. So we still have that, that action point. And our losses here were actually pretty minimal, right? Yeah, in fact, they were none. None losses. Oh. Okay. Gotta say, don't really understand that one. Oh, you know, he's thinking is that the city has no fortification left. So, it's kind of do or die time for them. Which I guess is fair. Yeah, alright, let's do the thing. It's do or die time, and he kind of... It's not really do or die time, it's... You could choose to do and die if you would like, and he has chosen to do that. So I would really like for the super injured units to not be part of the battle. This guy can be, obviously, because he's just going to last stand. Yeah, not a lot of rocket science to apply here. Everybody just charge at that guy and murder him. Okay, he sure showed us. So... This is under control. I guess we don't... Yeah, we don't need this army's action point this turn, right? So I just do this attack. Actually take the city. I will not manual this battle. Do this attack, actually take the city, and then move this army up into an aggressive position over here. We're about to start taking cities that have wonders in them, which is very exciting. And we've also... Okay, I'll build a city improvement that increases my influence at some point here. I'm sure that will happen. And we'll get a fair amount of dust for doing so. So, now we're in friendly territory again, and we got to talk about retrofitting and hero equipment and stuff. So let's get through this. You need to replace that with the tier 3 version of that. Where is the tier 3? Wait, show obsolete? Oh no, sorry, I didn't unequip the right thing. This is what I wanted. And then also that. Yep. Okay, and then we gotta fix your armor and stuff. And that's actually it for you. Not very expensive at all. And then, like, these guys are mostly Stalwart 7. And Stalwart 7s have the double adamantium, right? That's a pretty cheap retrofit. And then you were using the other resource for both of your pieces of gear. And I know this is fiddly, but doing my best to preserve strategics so that we can sorry, this and that. Doing my best to preserve strategics so that we can continue to build new units, right? Okay. Everybody's actually good. Okay. And then this army... Where do I want you guys to go forward to? Oh, we gotta... Right, Ipsa watches gear. He is decked out in full mithrite, and probably that stuff doesn't change, right? 1456 versus 1852 and also attack. Yeah, okay, that stuff doesn't change. It's just trinkets for him. Now, I had him on personal health and army health boost, but maybe this should be army damage boost, especially since his personal health is not super relevant, because he just dies a lot. Army damage boost 3 is pretty good on a guy who does not natively have army damage boost. Wait. He does, in fact, natively have army damage boost. In that case, how about personal damage boost? Let's have that be his trinket. Okay. So he can move forward to, like, over here. You out of move, you're not quite out of move. So this city has a ton of fortification, but not a ton of units, because I think most of their units at this point have actually, like, been marched forward on us. They don't have a lot of play left in terms of actual bodies. So we're definitely going to just start a battle on this at the beginning of next turn, when we have action points again. I'd go right now if I could. I am not afraid of that fortification. And you guys... So wait, they have their action point. So we actually have units in place to start the battle over here. I'm going to engage and see if they will stand and fight us on account of the fact that the army that's actually engaging them is pretty weak. They're going to run, right? Yeah, okay. 657 dust for me. Feels pretty good. And also, XP for Exit the Chosen, who is rapidly becoming the greatest hero the Empire has ever seen. Yeah, you guys should be all the way updated. So what, we do that again at the beginning of next turn, and then this army probably moves away? Yeah, I think that's probably right. So, where else do we need to make moves? So everybody, all the cities are actually building things, except for Jamaj. Jamaj needs all kinds of basics, actually. Dust Refinery would be really great. Oh, there's a canal lock here, and also their Center for Mineralogy. That said, the city in rebellion, right? Like, this is probably still right. And then this is such a large population that it's probably right to move a hero from somewhere else. Like, Saluzzo doesn't really need to be down here. I'm going to pull him up to Jamaj. It needs that as well, pretty badly. And, okay, so we picked up Kazanji. Have we picked up any new assimilations that would be super relevant? Nope, I don't think so. I think we're still on the right ones. It may well be worth it to pick up the ability to get another assimilation going. That's possible. Alright, so why don't we, first of all, buy our luxury resources before conquering cities for the turn. And secondly, oh wow, buy almost all of the remaining Moonleaf. Like, I think I do want this benefit, and also the 10 approval will be immediately relevant, so... Right, because that pushes us back up into happy. And we are really, really outputting the dust now. It's starting to get good. So at the current rate of influence output, we are going to way surpass the cost needed for this. One good dedicated influence city turns out to be enough to do almost anything you want. So what else do we want to do here? We could buy out some more units, or we could buy some more heroes, because we have at this point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cities that have no heroes. We also could buy a bunch of population. We could just bank dust for the turn when Town Criers finishes, and then like buy enough Mithrite and rush construction on Town Criers. But no, that doesn't seem right. I think we want to spend it now to keep feeding the loop. So this is not a great hero. The skills are not super relevant to what we're doing, but Science Boost 3 is a pretty good bonus. 12 science per hero level. You know, and she can hold a book. Good enough for me. So what is the largest city in the Empire that is not currently governed? Mean. Okay, that'll do it. So you get, that's the wrong button. This is the one I wanted. You get the fancy book and one of these as well. And then Mean is actually a place where we are currently producing troops. Oh, hey, look at that. Army just sneaking right past me. Well, probably the right play is just to have these guys turn around and rush them at the beginning of the turn, and we'll not present such a large force at Kakwag, but I think we won't need it. Yeah, that's probably right. So yeah, this is under control. This has got to be a significant portion of their remaining total army strength. These are their good troops, too, like their high-tier troops. So let's have Mean rush a unit or two, so that when we engage, we have good backup. This army has 2 Dust Bishops already, so we don't really need a Dust Bishop out of here. I think we probably just want to go for a Rider. We can't quite buy out another Rider. Oh, we can get to 1262, though. Let us sell, first of all of those, obviously. We are at 1156, so I gotta make about 100 dust. Hey. I guess I have to care a little bit about my titanium. We're bringing in enough per turn. It won't be a big deal. Okay, so that is the first thing we're doing on this coming turn. Oh, I had to remember to be mashing the run button. Or I guess, hold on. Let's talk to Pink and see if we can maybe just get peace back. Yeah, we can get peace back. That's not a problem. Would you like some... Let's see, does any of this stuff move the needle at all? Looks like a pretty small number of pearls would do the job. 6 pearls. That doesn't really change anything for me, I think. Yeah, I'll do that. That's not an amount of pearls that is actually meaningful to us. Okay, so now we're not afraid of this anymore. We don't have to worry about that at all. That's probably going to pay itself off pretty quickly. Okay, so as the turn begins, I want to launch this attack, and then launch this attack right afterward. Those are both pretty important things. Gotta get these armies before they move. Oh, it looks like we're about to have a dust eclipse. Potentially pretty exciting, actually. Come on, lock in. Okay, that one's good. That one's moving, and as soon as those guys are clear of this area, we'll want to launch this attack to minimize time for enemy reinforcements to move in. Okay, feeling pretty good. Glanda and Mean are showing us no action point left. Why? Mean's units haven't been involved in combat. Also, I see 4 battles? Oh no, my dredge got attacked by a single green ship on the ocean? That's so incredibly spiteful. Oh, what an ass. Alright, well, let's have this hero start moving up toward skills. We are... yeah, sure. I mean, my morale was already floored, so that I don't think that has any effect at all. We could try to trade for vision with pink. That would probably introduce us to blue. How expensive would that be? We're not usually very excited about giving you vision exchange. You could probably hand them a tech, though. How on earth do you not have Empire Mint? Why would you not have Empire Mint? This is very strange to me. Can I get... do you have anything cool? Do you have something I want? Let's talk about this, huh? What if I gave you... I'd have to, like, really pay out for that. That's a lot of influence. Honestly, that's not that much influence now that I'm looking at it. Improved dust alchemies is hard to take advantage of. Mithrite's already my stumbling block. Yeah, 766 influence is actually only about 2 turns. And I'm really, really not worried about pink winning the game, because if it looked like they were going to win the game, we could just kill them. Yes. Alright, hold on. So this does not actually cause me to meet blue. I guess I have vision of them, but they don't have vision of me, is how this works, maybe? This does let me really, really accurately assess pink's strength, which is cool. 11 units and 610 points of fortification. Alright, I know I said just destroy them. It might not be quite that easy. Alright, well, let's... hold on. So we're not meeting blue, apparently. Where's that ship battle? We can just go ahead and resolve that real quick. Kind of curious. Could I run away? Enough. Can I make enough running away happen? I only have 2 speed. He has 2 speed. No, probably not, is the answer. But I'm gonna try, because screw this guy forever. I don't know, maybe he'll make, like... no, never mind. Take that, 10 damage. Showed him. Obviously, he's already got me. I don't know why I was thinking my ship was going to move before his. Like, the values are right up there. Alright, yeah, that's incredibly spiteful. And then that ship gets immediately annihilated. But it's ridiculous that that even was able to occur. Okay, and then... let's deal with some of these other battles, like this one. This is pretty straightforward. I guess... actually, that unit's pretty dangerous. And does have a huge amount of fortification. So let's go ahead and manual this. Probably don't need to, but I would love it if we didn't lose a ton of units here. You do not have free counter. So that's good to know. I'm going to have this guy just sit the battle out so he's in the right position. Actually, pretty much everybody's in the right positions. I'm going to have this guy over here so he can get healed by the Dust Bishop. In fact, the Dust Bishop should move into the center of the formation. We could do this. That's some really good Dust Bishop healing. So, you should do nothing that you are not explicitly ordered to do, but that said, like, come over here and be ready, maybe. And then... so if we're careful with the way we move our riders around, I can still get a pretty good Dust Bishop heal out of this, maybe. I would like my stalwarts to lock up their militia. And you guys have to hit this guy as hard as you possibly can. It's a little... I screwed up a little bit here. The stalwarts should not be adjacent to him. I was just balling my units up. I wasn't thinking I had enough. So... Do I want the riders then? Yeah, actually, you know what? Never mind. Since I've done this, I think we have to commit like this. And that means this rider needs to attack a militia. And then we just have one militia who is allowed to go do whatever he wants, I think? Doesn't seem totally ideal. Yeah, I think it's right. It's neat to have enough initiative to get to make targeting decisions. Okay. A stun early on is very, very good for us. You're probably noticing no life drain is happening. You don't get to life drain units that have fortification value. Stalwarts are still kind of, you know, not amazing at their jobs. So we could probably attack from here now. You just need to keep... well, hold on. Do I want to have these guys still run around him? Because I think I probably do. So then you want to attack from here. This guy's not going to get healed this turn, but that's fine. You definitely need to keep attacking him. You want to run to here and attack this... I mean, this guy's stunned, though. Yeah, you know what? Attack him. I think we actually are bringing this guy in. Okay. Come on, lucky stun again. Okay. The luck had to run out at some point. Okay, well, I do believe this is my city. Not a lot of tech to apply here. Yeah, this is probably where I want him to attack from. Okay, that was weird. I have to admit, I wasn't expecting that move. Okay, green is losing territory very rapidly here. And hey, look at that. We got a sweet wonder. An army in Glanda has 40 wine. Okay, which Glanda is over here. Okay, yeah, we'll deal with that. Somebody will get that under control. Apparently I can... Somebody's out of date, but not in a way that's actually meaningful. Oh, the stalwarts. Okay, whatever. Bring them up to the latest number. So, does he really only have 2 regions left on the... I mean, once we take out the continent, of course we still have to go clear the islands, but once we've taken out the continent, I expect that will be fairly trivial. So the question is, Biegel or Perendi first? Perendi is probably a more valuable city. He certainly seems to think so. Do I actually want to go into contact with the city walls at this moment? I don't know. Hold on. Actually, that's a question we don't have to answer just yet. Let's resolve this battle. Probably they just retreat again, but if they do that, they're going to be left with very, very little health this next coming turn. They are bringing in a full-sized army off of the coast here. They had to retreat from Pink's ships in the water. So we do have to keep these guys over here. Which means that I suppose it doesn't matter if they have their action point left because we can't really do anything else with them anyway. Oh! Okay, he went for it. That's... okay. A little surprising. So you have 3 move, you have 3 move. You have 3 move before range, so it kind of doesn't matter what your move is because you are going to get to attack. But we want to start pretty far away and maybe in a position where we can get a little bit of morale. Alright. This guy is going to move to somewhere and do something. I'm not really worried about him. You are going to move a little bit forward, and then you get to move. You don't have free counter. But I'm not fast enough to actually interact with you. I think we want to focus on this guy. He's going to fly forward far enough to be a threat. And then it'll be the archer hero the turn after that. Ugh, 0 damage again, man. Stalwarts are... they're doing that thing they do, you know? Okay, so I want to have you guys do that. You can run to right here and have at him from that angle so as to neuter his sweep strike back as much as possible. The Dust Bishops are totally on the right targets. Sorry, the right singular target. Okay, well. Probably don't have to give orders anymore. At this point, I think my units have probably got it figured out. Perhaps I overestimate them. There you go. Good work. Plus 154. We have so much health that at this point our Soul Leech is plus 154. Alright, yeah, so we have to wait over here for these guys to get out of the water. If they don't get out of the water, they get killed by Pink. If they do get out of the water, they get killed by me. $657 dust. This army is going to go over here. Or maybe just hang out in this area. How much movement do they have on their ships? 3.5? So they pretty much have to... Here's a problem. If they make landfall right here, I actually can't attack them. That would be annoying. I bet that's exactly what they're going to do, too. Alright, let's resolve this other battle here. So there's absolutely no reason that means should not be available to participate in this battle. That's just, like, very strange. Oh, yeah, we dealt with that. Empire plan is coming. We'll deal with that in a second. Got to make sure that we have enough influence, obviously, to actually make something happen on that. So it's going to be tough. This is an actual army. I was really counting on these units showing up as reinforcements. I don't understand why my armies or why my cities have no action point. Like, by what I mean by that is my cities definitely actually have action points. I'm not sure what's happening. You have 3 move. That is enough to get around, so I do not want you standing there. Actually, probably the better version of this is you go in the middle. Yep, and then we get mauled pretty badly, and then we get to fight back. The good news is... Nope, no good news. Like, we're gonna get a bunch of morale from standing in our city in a big block like this, but also... we have so much negative morale on us that we may be morale floored anyway. This guy's pretty dangerous. That guy's really dangerous. This guy's the biggest threat, actually. So why don't we have everybody that can focus on him, especially the ranged units. Sorry, you're not a ranged unit. You should kill that guy. You guys should kill that guy. Alright. They're going to do some stuff here. We do have... we are showing as 516 defense. So we should be getting the best possible attack table on all these. Of course, the guy who does Chain Lightning will not hit me for 0. Ah, that guy did. Oof, 256 even through all that defense, huh? That was pretty cool, though. Hit me for 195. I barely even felt it. Alright, I think the demons are next, right? I'm pretty sure it's more important to kill these guys than it is to kill any of this stuff. But I have to say, this first turn is giving me a lot of hope. Yep, the demons definitely want to get in on the Dust Bishops, because Dust Bishops are way less good when they do not get to actually choose their targets. Oh, that sucks. I really needed him to die there. Well, nothing really changed. Except there's like a pretty good chance I'm going to lose a Dust Bishop this turn. Okay, that was a good 0. And I really appreciate that they're not attacking this Dust Bishop for whatever reason. There we go. Alright. Hero's gonna get himself killed for no reason. Ah well, you know. Is what it is. Yeah, let's try to make sure this guy actually gets finished off. We gotta start working on the Yotus over here. I am eventually going to lose that stalwart. Wow, 270. Can you get down? Not really. It would be best if you went to here and you went to here, I guess. Yeah, this guy's gonna die before we can heal him, unfortunately. Come on, 0. Oh, lucky. Okay, he survived with 17. Now we gotta feed him some health. You know, I could have set this up a little bit more carefully so that he was attacking them. Wow, another really lucky 0. Now he's going to get soul leeched. Okay, turns out he survives. We got pretty lucky on that one. And imagine how our troops are going to fight when we don't have all of this negative morale. Red's going to be in some serious trouble. That was 2,000 dust that we just got there. Okay, so that's resolved. Head back over here to the front. Troops from Mean can pop out. We can throw the real rider actually into that army. And then these guys can just kind of run generally forward. They do, in fact, have an action point, I'd like to point out. Yeah, I don't know. That was super weird. I don't know why they were treated as though they couldn't participate in the battle. Obviously, it didn't make much of a difference, but it could have. It easily could have. Okay, you guys are definitely just headed over this way. I suppose we may as well attack one of these quest armies. Right, a rider and a stalwart versus random, yeah, 37 attack, 34. Like, oh, I'm not actually adjacent to these guys. There's a cliff there. Okay, never mind. I have my action point, but I cannot use it. I have no action point, and I must attack. So I don't really want to run you forward, and if I'm not going to run you forward, I may as well back you off a little bit. My thinking here is just like if I committed here and then actually started the siege, they would probably pop their units out and attack me, and I wouldn't be able to retreat because I'm in siege mode, and also because I don't have an action point. And the results of that on the whole would not be great for me. Back here, we can, you know, gather reinforcements and stuff. I think, actually, though, this is where I'm going to stop for now. We still have a bunch of decisions left to make this turn about how we're going to spend our dust and whether it's appropriate to, like, buy mithrite and stuff. So we will make those next time on Monday. That is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope everybody is as pleased as I am with the progress of this war, because I do believe by the end of next episode we will have scoured green, not from the face of the planet, but from this continent at least, and in doing so completely remove their chance to win the game. Come back Monday for that stuff, the thing I just said, and we'll see you then.